The future of action movies is super exciting. We've got explosive sequels and fresh takes on classic franchises lined up. Come hang out with us as we check out the coolest action flicks hitting theaters in 2025 and 2026. Mission Impossible 8, May 23, 2025. We found out that the Mission Impossible franchise was planning back-to-back 7th and 8th installments shot almost simultaneously for a massive send-off of Tom Cruise's lead character, Ethan Hunt. Plans have shifted since then, but we're still getting an 8th movie in 2025. Cruise will be back as Hunt, along with writer-director Christopher McQuarrie and stars Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Haley Atwell, Vanessa Kirby, and Pom Klementieff. Newcomers to the cast include Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso, Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation, Katie O'Brien from Love Lies Bleeding, Tremel Tillman from Severance, and Holt McCallany from Mindhunter. Originally titled Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2, the film now doesn't have an official subtitle, as it's being retooled following the release of Dead Reckoning. The new title is still up in the air, and it's also not clear if the film will be the conclusion, as McQuarrie has mentioned there are plenty of ideas for more installments. Ballerina, June 6, 2025. With Ballerina, we'll dive back into the world of John Wick, where bulletproof suits and secret assassin societies are just daily things. Directed by Len Wiseman, known for Underworld and Live Free or Die Hard, the movie stars Ana de Armas as the titular ballerina, a killer trained in the traditions of the Ruska Roma. If you remember, John Wick came from the Ruska Roma crime family, which also trains female assassins in both murder and ballet dancing, hence the movie's title. The plot will see de Armas's character seeking revenge against those who killed her parents. Joining her, Angelica Houston returns as the director. The late Lance Reddick reprises his role as the Continental concierge Charon. Ian McShane is back as Continental head Winston, and Keanu Reeves will appear as John Wick. The film is set as a midquel, taking place between the third and fourth John Wick movies. New faces in the film include Gabriel Byrne from The Usual Suspects, Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, Catalina Sandino from Maria Full of Grace, David Castaneda from The Umbrella Academy, and Sharon Duncan Brewster from Sex Education. The original script was written by Shay Hatton, who worked on John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum and John Wick Chapter 4, with rewrites of Emerald Fennell of Saltburn and Promising Young Women. Superman, July 11, 2025. In 2022, James Gunn became co-head of DC Studios, kicking off a new era for DC's superhero films. Come 2025, we'll see the first big result of this shift with the new Superman movie, formerly titled Superman Legacy. This will be the first standalone Superman film since Man of Steel over a decade ago. Written and directed by Gunn, this film will feature a younger Superman, setting up a fresh version of the DC universe that Gunn and his team can expand. In March 2023, Gunn announced David Corenswet as the new Superman and Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel as Lois Lane. This casting paves the way for an exciting new era of Superman stories, but that's just the beginning. Nicholas Hoult from The Menu will play Lex Luthor. We'll also see Nathan Fillion from The Rookie as Green Lantern Guy Gardner, Skylar Gisondo from The Righteous Gemstones as Daily Planet photographer Jimmy Olsen, Wendell Pierce from The Wire as Daily Planet editor-in-chief Perry White, and Isabel Merced from Dora and the Lost City of Gold as Hawkgirl. The cast also includes Anthony Kerrigan from Barry as Metamorpho, Maria Gabriela Di Faria from The Moodies as Angela Spice the Engineer, Eddie Cathagee from For All Mankind as Mr. Terrific, and Sarah Sampaio as Lex Luthor's henchwoman Eve Teschmacher. Nobody 2, August 15, 2025. Who would have guessed that the guy known for Saul Goodman could also pull off a John Wick-style assassin? Well, none of us did. But Bob Odenkirk proved us all wrong when he unleashed mayhem on a horde of Russian mobsters in 2021's Nobody. Now, the Better Call Saul star is gearing up for Nobody 2, promising an even bigger and bloodier ride. This time, the film will be helmed by Indonesian director Timo Tjahjanto, known for his intense action in The Night Comes For Us and his knack for horror in May the Devil Take You, and entries in the VHS series. Connie Nielsen is set to return as Odenkirk's wife, with the script crafted by original writer Derek Kolstad, along with Umair Alim from Kate, Aaron Rabin from Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, and Odenkirk himself. Get ready for more chaos when it hits screens on August 15, 2025. Tron Aries, October 10, 2025. Get your light cycle ready because we're diving back into the Tron universe with Tron Aries. Last time we were sucked into the digital realm, Daft Punk gave us a killer soundtrack and we met a de-aged Jeff Bridges. This time, Jared Leto takes the spotlight as a computer program that breaks free into the real world, heralding the dawn of artificial intelligence. Joining Leto are Greta Lee from Past Lives, Evan Peters of American Horror Story, Gillian Anderson from The X-Files, and Jodie Turner-Smith of After Yang. Jeff Bridges returns, making him the only actor to appear in all 3 Tron films. The ensemble cast also includes Arturo Castro, Cameron Monaghan, and Hassan Minhaj. Directing this 3rd installment is Joaquin Ronning, known for Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales and Maleficent: Mistress of Evil. Mortal Kombat 2, October 24, 2025. Get ready for more brutal fatalities because Mortal Kombat 2 is on the way. The first film hit theaters during the unusual day-and-date COVID year of 2021, still managing to earn $83 million and become Max's most streamed movie at the time. This time, it's aiming for even bigger numbers as it kicks its way onto IMAX screens on October 24, 2025. The last movie saw Cole Young setting out to recruit new fighters for the Mortal Kombat tournament. It teased the arrival of fan favorite Johnny Cage, who will be played by Carl Urban from The Boys. Returning for the sequel are Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, Mehcad Brooks as Jax, Ludi Lin as Liu Kang, Tadanobu Asano as Lord Raiden, Chin Han as Shang Tsung, Josh Lawson as Kano, Max Wong as Kung Lao, Joe Taslim as Sub-Zero, and Hiroyuki Sanada as Scorpion, despite some characters meeting their demise in the first movie. Joining the cast are Adeline Rudolph from Riverdale as Katana, Tati Gabrielle from You as Jade, Martin Ford from F9 as Shao Kahn, Damon Harriman from The Bike Riders as Quan Chi, Anathu Nguyen from Suka as Queen Sindel, and Desmond Kayam from Joyride as King Jared. The script is penned by Jeremy Slater of Moon Knight, and Simon McQuoid returns to direct the intense battles between Earthrealm and Outworld's champions. Blade, November 7, 2025. Marvel initially aimed for a November 2025 release, but with the project encountering significant challenges since its 2019 announcement, including changes in directors and multiple script revisions, it's looking increasingly likely that the film will be pushed to 2026 or beyond. Directors Bassam Tariq and Jan Demange departed the project, and the screenplay has seen input from several writers like Stacey Osei Kuffour, Beau DeMaio, Michael Starbury, Nick Pizzolatto, Michael Green, and Eric Pearson most recently. Various plot concepts have been explored, ranging from a 1920s setting to narratives emphasizing different themes and character dynamics. Despite the setbacks, Mahershala Ali remains committed to portraying the titular vampire hunter, although reports suggest he's become frustrated with the delays. Mia Goth is still attached to the project, but Aaron Pierre and Delroy Lindo have exited. Now You See Me 3, November 14, 2025. Get ready to witness the return of Now You See Me 3, where Jesse Eisenberg and the rest of the core cast will once again dazzle audiences with their magic and heists. Joining Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, and Morgan Freeman are newcomers Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt, and Rosamund Pike. While details on the plot remain under wraps, Eisenberg hinted in an interview with Collider that the script celebrates intelligence and teamwork, focusing on non-violent yet exciting storytelling, an uncommon approach in Hollywood franchises. The screenplay is crafted by Eric Warren Singer, Seth Graham-Smith, and Mike Leslie, with Ruben Fleischer, known for Venom and Zombieland, taking on directing duties. Fast and Furious 11 TBD. Originally slated for April 2025, Fast and Furious 11's release has been pushed back to 2026 due to filming delays. Vin Diesel has already started training for his role, gearing up for another round of high-octane action. Jason Momoa, who left fans on the edge as villain Dante Reyes in Fast X, is set to reprise his role, although he hasn't laid eyes on the script yet. The delay was confirmed when Tyrese Gibson announced that filming wouldn't kick off until early 2025. Director Louis Leterrier echoed this, pinning the release to 2026, aligning perfectly with the franchise's 25th anniversary since the first film's debut. While Universal hasn't officially announced the new release date, it's clear the wheels are turning. Vin Diesel's commitment to training hints at the film's imminent production phase, promising fans another thrilling installment. The Fast and Furious 11 cast remains somewhat under wraps, but it's safe to assume veterans like Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez will return. The fate of characters like Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han hangs in the balance after the explosive events of Fast X, where new antagonist Ames shook things up. Dwayne Johnson's return in Fast X's post-credit scene paved the way for his solo Hobbs movie, further delaying Fast X Part 2. The plot of Fast and Furious 11 remains shrouded in mystery, but clues from Fast X suggest a continuation of the high-stakes drama and family dynamics that define the franchise. Characters like Letty and Cypher are stranded in Antarctica, while Deckard Shaw pursues his own vendettas. Aang, The Last Airbender animated film, January 30th, 2026. Paramount Pictures has decided to delay the release of the first Avatar: The Last Airbender animated film titled Aang: The Last Airbender to January 30, 2026. Originally slated for October 10, 2025, this 3-month postponement was confirmed following Paramount's recent announcements at CinemaCon 2024. Lauren Montgomery, known for her work on Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 3 and The Legend of Korra, will direct the film, with series creators Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko serving as executive producers. The delay was announced alongside a trailer debut for Transformers 1, now scheduled for September 20th, 2024, adding to the studio's upcoming slate. While plot details for Aang: The Last Airbender remain scarce, Paramount did reveal some casting insights at CinemaCon. Eric Nam, a noted singer, will voice Aang, while Dave Bautista, famous for his role in Guardians of the Galaxy, will portray a villain in the film. Additional cast members include Dion Kwan, Jessica Matten, and Roman Zaragoza, though their roles have yet to be disclosed. Aang: The Last Airbender was initially unveiled in 2021 as part of Avatar Studios, Nickelodeon's dedicated branch for expanding the Avatar universe through new shows and films. This project is overseen by DiMartino and Konietzko, who departed from Netflix's live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series in 2020 due to creative differences. Street Fighter Live Action, March 20, 2026. Despite recent directorial changes, Sony Pictures is moving forward with Legendary's live-action Street Fighter movie. The update comes amidst reports that directors Danny and Michael Filippo had to step down due to scheduling conflicts, leaving many details about the film, including the script and cast, still under wraps. Co-developed with Capcom, the new Street Fighter film aims to redeem the franchise's reputation after past cinematic disappointments, including the infamous Jean-Claude Van Damme starring classic and the less-than-beloved 2009 release, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. While specifics about the movie remain sparse, Hollywood's continued interest in video game adaptations is evident, with projects like an Uncharted sequel and another Mortal Kombat film also in the works. As the industry awaits further updates, fans and critics alike will be curious to see if this new Street Fighter iteration can exceed its predecessor's mixed legacies. Super Mario Bros. 2, April 3, 2026. The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 is set to continue the adventures of Mario and his friends in the Mushroom Kingdom, following the massive success of its predecessor. Officially confirmed by Nintendo and Illumination, the sequel, scheduled for release on April 3, 2026, aims to expand Mario's world further, though it's described more as a broadening rather than a direct sequel. Building on the foundation laid by the first film, which grossed over $1.356 billion globally, the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 promises to delve deeper into the iconic Nintendo characters universe. While specific plot details are scarce, fans can expect familiar faces to return. Chris Pratt is likely reprising his role as Mario, alongside Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. The sequel story may explore new aspects of Mario's world hinted at in post-credit scenes from the original. One scene shows Bowser trapped in Princess Peach's castle, suggesting his continued role as a prominent character. Another scene in Brooklyn teases the introduction of Yoshi, hinting at potential adventures that could bridge between the Mushroom Kingdom and the real world. Excitement surrounding the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 extends to possibilities for new characters and expanded narratives. Fans speculate on appearances by beloved characters like Wario, Waluigi, Daisy, and perhaps even Rosalina from the Super Mario Galaxy series. Additionally, there's anticipation for potential new villains such as Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings, adding depth to Mario's Rogues Gallery. The Mandalorian and Grogu, May 22, 2026. The Mandalorian and Grogu is set to captivate audiences, as confirmed by Disney. This announcement comes amid anticipation for Disney's CinemaCon panel in Las Vegas, where the studio plans to unveil its future slate, including other highly anticipated titles like the live-action Moana remake and Toy Story 5. The film is positioned strategically in the Disney lineup, avoiding direct competition with major releases but aligning closely with Disney's ongoing cinematic strategies, particularly in relation to Marvel's upcoming projects. Notably, the next Avengers installment is scheduled just weeks earlier in May 2026, indicating Disney's careful balancing act between its Star Wars and Marvel properties. Filming for The Mandalorian and Grogu is slated to commence in June in California, continuing through the summer months. While specifics about the cast beyond Pedro Pascal reprising his role as the titular character remain undisclosed, fan speculation and actor interest, such as Giancarlo Esposito's hints, add to the excitement surrounding potential returns. The Star Wars universe continues to expand under Disney's stewardship, with plans extending beyond this release into another Star Wars film slated for December 18, 2026, coinciding with the anniversary of The Force Awakens. While details on this project, tentatively titled New Jedi Order, await confirmation, it underscores Disney's commitment to ongoing Star Wars storytelling and its engagement with fan communities through events like the D23 Expo and Star Wars Celebration. Masters of the Universe live action, June 5, 2026. Amazon Studios has set a release date for its upcoming Masters of the Universe movie, with Travis Knight, known for directing Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee, taking the helm. The screenplay is penned by Chris Butler. Details about the plot and casting haven't been fully disclosed yet, but the project is based on the iconic He-Man and the Masters of the Universe franchise. The film is anticipated to bring a fresh cinematic perspective to the beloved characters and mythology of Eternia. Travis Knight's involvement suggests a blend of his proven ability in animated storytelling with live-action direction, promising an exciting visual approach for the adaptation. As Amazon Studios continues to develop the project, fans can look forward to more updates on casting, storyline, and production details leading up to its release. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, June 26, 2026. Mark your calendars as Warner Bros. DC Studios prepares to bring Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow to theaters. Directed by Craig Gillespie and starring Millie Alcock in the titular role, this adaptation of Tom King's 2022 comic book series promises a fresh take on the iconic character. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow marks the second feature under James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC Studios, following Gunn's highly anticipated Superman movie set to release in July 2025. Anna Nogueira has adapted King's comic for the big screen, ensuring fans of the source material have much to look forward to. James Gunn has teased that this version of Supergirl will explore a grittier side, contrasting her upbringing on Krypton with Superman's idyllic childhood on Earth. He described her as more hardcore, shaped by tragedy and loss before finding refuge on Earth, which promises to offer a unique perspective on the character's journey. Millie Alcock, known for her role in House of the Dragon, has been cast as Supergirl, marking her debut in a leading role for a major DC project. Her portrayal is expected to bring depth and complexity to the character, showcasing Supergirl's resilience and determination as she navigates her path as the Angel of the Sky. Warner Brothers' last Supergirl movie dates back to 1984, starring Helen Slater and directed by Janot Swark. With Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, the studio aims to reintroduce the character to a new generation of audiences while offering a contemporary take that honors her rich comic book legacy. The Batman Part 2, October 2, 2026. Warner Brothers has announced that The Batman Part 2 starring Robert Pattinson will hit theaters on October 2, 2026, after being postponed from its original October 2025 release date due to screenplay development delays during the 2023 Hollywood strikes. Directed by Matt Reeves, who also helmed the first installment, The Batman Part 2 will continue to delve into Bruce Wayne's early days as Gotham's vigilante detective. The first film introduced a darker take on the character, with Pattinson portraying Batman alongside Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Colin Farrell as Penguin, and Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon. The sequel's storyline and additional cast details have not yet been fully revealed, but it's expected to further explore the complex dynamics of Gotham City and Batman's evolving role within it. The announcement also coincides with Warner Brothers' reshuffling of its release calendar, with other projects like The Bride and Alto Nights adjusting their release dates to accommodate The Batman Part 2. Matt Reeves is also preparing to direct a spin-off series centered on Colin Farrell's character Penguin, expanding the cinematic universe surrounding Batman's Rogues Gallery. As Warner Brothers continues to develop its DC film slate, The Batman Part 2 stands poised to continue the success of its predecessor and further establish Pattinson's portrayal as a pivotal part of DC's cinematic universe. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem Sequel, October 9, 2026. The sequel to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is set to bring more excitement to fans, with Seth Rogen providing promising updates. The film already has a title that Rogen enthusiastically described as awesome, though he couldn't reveal it yet. He mentioned that the movie is currently in the animatic stage, indicating active development. Plot details for TMNT Mutant Mayhem 2 are being kept under wraps, heightening anticipation among fans of the successful animated franchise. The first installment not only performed well at the box office, grossing over $118 million globally, but also garnered critical acclaim with high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. In addition to the sequel, another project titled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is also in the works, slated for April 13, 2025. This live-action R-rated adaptation promises a darker and more intense take on the Turtles, written by Tyler Burton Smith and Tom Waltz. The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, November 20th, 2026. Author Suzanne Collins has added another book to the Hunger Games series, titled Sunrise on the Reaping, coming out in March 2025. Set 24 years before the original Hunger Games, it kicks off with the reaping for the 50th Games, also known as the Second Quarter Quell. Fans speculate that Hamish Abernathy, Katniss's mentor, might play a significant role in this one. If you thought The Hunger Games: A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was the end of the Panem saga, think again. Collins has more stories to tell, and Sunrise on the Reaping is set to bring new depth and revelations to the series. Scholastic's trade president, Ellie Berger, promises it's a remarkable edition that asks important questions about our world. Mark your calendars for March 18, 2025 for the book release. It's available for pre-order on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And if you're excited about the movie adaptation, it's set to hit theaters on November 20th, 2026. In the meantime, you can enjoy The Hunger Games Illustrated Edition coming out on October 1st, featuring artwork by Nico Delort. Or catch up on the movie streaming on AMC+, except for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is on Starz. Well, that's it for today. Which film are you most excited about? Is it the high-octane sequel like M.I., the cosmic reboot like He-Man, or something entirely fresh? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting movie updates. Until next time, keep your popcorn ready and your adrenaline high.